Hey guys, we're looking at the quiz, which was actually the practice test. We have in the real test on Monday, so today, look at these and see how you did. Please correct your own practice test. So the first question is in this number, 572,342. And the question is, hey, the 7 stands for what? That's the 7. Well, what place value is it? What spot is it in? Let's go this way and check. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. It's in the 10,000 spot. So how many 10,000s we have? We have 7. So it stands for 7 10,000s, or 70,000. But in this case, for your answer, it's 7 10,000s. The next problem is we have this number, 820,150. And it says, hey, the value of the digit 8 is what? Whenever they say value, or what does it stand for, it means, what's the value of that digit? It's not 8. What spot is it in? That's the first thing to check out. Well, let's see. It's not in the ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. It's in the 100,000 spot. So it stands for 800,000s. Because how many 100,000s we have? We have 8. And it looks like this when you write it. 800,000. 800,000. So the answer was 800,000. The next problem, you can always pause. If I go too fast, you can pause and watch it again. The next problem is 150,000 plus 230,000 equals what? Well, just notice which ones we need to add. These are all zeros, so don't worry about those. But we've got 5 10,000s here and 3 10,000s here. And then 100,000 here and 2 100,000s here. So it equals, well, let's see. We have 303, 1 plus 2 in the 100,000s, and 5 plus 3 in the 10,000s. What's 5 plus 3? 8. And then a 0. And then just zeros. So just notice which ones you need to add. You need to add that 3 and the 5. And then you need to add that 2 and the 1. What about this next problem? The next one is 150,000 plus 270,000. What's that equal? Well, let's see. We're going to have to add a whole bunch of zeros. Don't forget that. The 7 plus the 5, and then the 2 plus the 1, because you add what's in the same spot. We have 5 10,000s here and 7 10,000s here. And then 100,000 here and 200,000s there. So let's add them up. Well, what's 1 plus 2? It's 3. So now we're going to have 300,000s. And then, uh-oh, look at that. The 5 plus 7 equals 12. That's where it gets a little tricky. So we can't just stick a 12 in here, can we? That'd be too weird. So we're going to have to think of it like this. It's going to equal, well, best way to do this, I would say, is maybe first add this 100,000 to that one, and then we get 350,000 plus, and we only have 70,000. And now we need to add that 7 10,000s to the 5 10,000s, which is 12. So it's going to be 2 is going to go here, and then the other 10 is going to go there. So it's going to be 420,000. So because you have 12 10,000s, you can't fit both of them in the same spot. So the 2 has to go here, and then the 10 goes to the next one. So that's always a little tricky when they go over 10. You're like, oh shoot, it's over 10. So that means, well, 5 plus 7 is 2. So I know 2 is going to be added to that spot. But the 12, the 1 in that 10 spot is going to have to go to the next one over. And that's just something we always do with big numbers, is anytime it breaks over into like 12 or 13, you can only fit the 1 digit in the one spot because the other one has to break through the other one. Now we have this big number here, 59,016, and it says we have this many 10,000s, this many thousands, this many hundreds. I'm gonna have to write kind of fast in cursive. This many tens, and this many ones. And it says, what number is 10,000 more than this? So that's, okay, well, where's the 10,000 spot? Right here, right? So it's like when we have these place values, remember these guys? We've got to add, boom, another 10,000. Now we've got one more. So we've got 6. So it'd be kind of like if it looked like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we add another one. Now we got 6. So when you add one more 10,000, it turns into that number, which is 69,016. And now they say with that same number, hey, with the first number that it was, write that in the expanded form. Do you remember expanded form means you just add each one, each digit represents a big number. It stands for a big number, and you add them all up. So you just start with the biggest number you've got, which is 50,000, right? 5 in the 10,000s, that's 50,000. And you just add them up. 50,000 plus 9 in the 10,000s. That's 90,000. Plus 0, we can just skip that one. Plus 10 plus 6. And if you add it up, it'd be 59,016. So just you expand it out. You just say, with each one of these digits, what is the value of each digit? And you add them together. Well, that's 50,000. Sorry. Yeah, that's 50,000. Oh man, I made a mistake here, you guys. I'm glad I looked over it again. This is in the thousand spots. That's 9,000. Boy, glad I looked at that again. So 50,000, 9,000s. Don't worry about the 0. 110, so plus 10, and then 6 1, so plus 6. So it's going to be 59,016. Boy, I might have gotten that one wrong if I hadn't slowed down. Okay, next problem. Sometimes I have a tendency to go too fast in math, and I can get a few wrong that way because I go too fast. So that's a good example right there. Slow down and then look at your work later and make sure you got it right. Okay, this one has the number line, and it looks like this. And then you've got 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, and 500,000. Sorry, this pen's kind of fat. And then between each one you have 10 little dots. This, I'm not doing mine exactly right, I'm just kind of going fast. Okay, and they say, hey, look at this, look at S right here. And S like stands for it, like X marks the spot, only this time they say S. And they say, circle the number that best corresponds to the number indicated by S. So if you were to write a number right here, what would it be? Well, you know it's going to be between 200 and 300,000, right? Because that's where it is. And it looks like it's closer to 300,000 than 200,000. So it's going to be more than 250. So it's going to be between 250,000 and 300,000. So what number would that be? Well, they've got one that's 252,500 to be right in the middle. But we're not really right in the middle, we're right here. And they have another one that's 277,000. That'd be right where S is. And 303 is on the other side of it. So yeah, it's that 277,000. So S is 277,352. Because that's right about where it would be, right? It's more than 250, it's less than 3. The next problem is we have this big number, and it's 356,467. And it says, what is this big number when rounded to the nearest 100,000? Well, what's in the 100,000 spot? Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. It's this one right here. So this is either going to become 300,000, it's going to stay on the floor, or it's going to be bumped up to 400,000 if it climbs the vine. And I even tell you here with the hint, you won't have this though on Monday, but the hint is, remember to find the spot we're talking about, 100,000s, and knock next door. Who's there? It's a 5. 0 through 4, stay on the floor. 5 through 9, climb the vine. Oh, it's a 5. 5 through 9, climb the vine. So who's there? It's me, a 5. 5 through 9, climb the vine. So it's going to bump it up. So the 3 is either going to stay 3 or it's going to go to 4. And in this case, the 5 says, you got to go up to 4. So it's about 400,000. That's when we're rounding to the nearest 100,000. Now we've got another big old number. This one is 287,543. And we got to round it to the nearest 10,000. So first find the 10,000 spot. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000. Now look next door. Who's there? It's me, a 7. 7, it's going to be a big number, 5 through 9. Climb the vine, which means it's not going to stay on the floor, and the 8 would stay on the floor, and these all become zeros. It's going to bump it up to 9, and then they're going to become zeros. So the 7 bumps up the 8 to a 9. And it rounds it to a nice round number with a bunch of round zeros. So it's going to be 290,000. Remember, you can always pause and watch something again if you need to. Okay, please write the 3 missing numbers. All right, so the first one is 136, 263. So that's 136,263. The next one is 137,264. They've got a blank and a blank. And then, oh, I'm going to have to go in the next row. 140,267, and then a blank. Okay, so let's see what's changing. Same. Oh, that changed. same, same. That changed. Okay, so what changed? Well, if numbers stayed the same, we can just write them again. So the 1 stays the same, the 3 stays the same. The 6 just bumped up to a 7, so it looks like it's going up by 1 each time. 6, 7, 8. 2 stays the same. So I'm looking at the spots, right? So the 100 spot stays the same, the 10 spot stays the same. The 1 spot is going up by 1 also. 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to keep underlining these ones so I remember what to do. Okay, what's going to come next? Well, let's see, 100,000 stays the same, 10,000 stays the same. But the 1,000 spot keeps bumping up, right? So it goes 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's make it a smaller pen. Yeah, all these pens are broken. Okay. And then that stays the same, that stays the same. And then the 1s go up. And now, ooh, they helped us out here. They said each time we're adding 1,000, so it goes 137,000, 138,000, 139,000, 140,000. They did the hard part for us, so thank you for that. So now it's going to go up another 1,000. It's going to be 141,000. 100 stay the same, 10 stay the same, but 1s go up again. So that's what it should look like. We've only got one more problem, guys. The last problem is, please write A, B, C, or D for this question. It says 492,675. The value of the digit 4 is equal to 40 what? So this is a little tricky. What does the 4 represent? It represents 400,000s because it's in the 100,000 spot, right? 1s, 10s, 100s, 1000s, 10,000s, 100,000. So it represents 400,000. But they're not asking us, does it represent, they're not saying it represents 4 what? It's 400,000. They're saying it's equal to 40 what? So if it equals 400,000s, it's going to equal 40 10,000s because each time you go over this way, it gets 10 times as big. So these are the ones, the 10s, the 10 spot are 10 times as big. That's why if you have 10 $1 bills, you can trade in for one $10 bill. Next come the hundreds. The hundreds are 10 times as big as the 10s. That's why if you give somebody 10 $10 bills, they give you a $100 bill. Next up are thousands. Thousands are 10 times as big as the hundreds. 10,000s are 10 times as big as the thousands. That's why they're called 10,000s, not 1,000s. And then 100,000s are 10 times as big as the 10,000s. So this 4, it equals 400,000. So it equals 400,000s or 40 10,000s. So if you did, oh geez, these just guys fell apart. So if you had these, yeah, it's 400,000s. Looks like I don't have that many of those. But for every one of these 100,000s, it's equal to 10 10,000s. Because 100,000 is worth 10 10,000s. But 400,000 is worth 40 10,000s. So it's equal to 40 10,000s. So that's a little bit tricky. But just remember, that is the 100,000 spot. So it's 4 of those. But how many is it of the 10,000 spots is it? It's 40. That's all the answers. Check your work and see how you did.